everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy Memorial Day to you if you're in the States or you celebrate that kind of thing. I'm just going to go ahead and get caught up with a few requests here today. Obviously starting with Bitcoin and Solana, just kind of getting our foundation or baseline there because we got such a large community trading those coins. In fact, we're up over 50% on our long from roughly 67, actually more like 66.5 we got average into that position there. So awesome stuff there. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about liquidation and kind of go from there. Kind of start with the baseline there. Again, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. I just ask you to quickly hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. So this is the last 7 days of liquidation. We talked about this yesterday, the day before that. There's a lot of liquidation above the price action between 72 and 74,000. We're seeing that level at about 70,500. Just got swept here. Of course, we broke that resistance at 69,400, that 0.618 fib level. Important stuff here for us, folks, because again, this is extremely beneficial in the sense we retest our descending trend line with a bullish back test. There's a lot of things we see here that are extremely prominent in typical bullish trends or bullish breakouts. Okay, so awesome stuff there. But generally speaking, we still got a lot of liquidation here, upwards of 72,500 in the last 7 days worth of trading. So shorts are just, I don't know. It makes no sense that people keep shorting this coin right now. Again, to each their own, of course, but big picture, there is definitely some liquidation below the price action, but we're closer to the upper range here. It would make a lot of sense to see that 75, 76K, maybe some new all-time highs here getting tested in the relative near future. I'm not claiming that's going to happen today. It'd be very unlikely, but we do have a lot of volume flowing into this coin. In fact, we got, what was it, on my Twitter, Telegram, Discord, basically what was it? It may not seem like a lot, but $22 million in 14 minutes, roughly a 0.5% increase in overall volume. That's quite a lot on Coinbase. Again, Coinbase is a large exchange, but with no leverage at all, that's a tremendous amount of volume. Okay, so again, a lot of money is flowing into these coins here, specifically altcoins as well, which we're going to cover here soon. But the truth here is that when Bitcoin dominance kind of plateaus, or rather it's increased in the last 3 or 4 hours, when it's basically back to break even for the day, we can see a lot of alts surging. This is very, very beneficial. More likely than not, alts are going to continue to do well today. Okay, so please be careful. I would not recommend shorting altcoins just yet. We might have an opportunity perhaps a little bit later, but Bitcoin does not look like it wants to slow down. Let's go ahead and draw out our fibs here or pull them out just a little bit further so we can pay attention. And once more, there's that 0.618, that point of control, most recent resistance I talked about being an important level to break. As soon as we broke through, it took off. So breakout traders are doing quite well. So congrats to you as well if that is kind of your game. I like to breakout trade too, of course. In bullish trends, bullish markets, which we are in right now. So it makes a lot of sense to consider that. In fact, more breakouts occur to the upside than the downside, so you are statistically more likely to break out in a long position and be more successful, especially right now. Got a strong bullish engulfing candle here today, and it's cranking, doing really well. Just keep in mind, traditional markets open tomorrow, and things get kind of funky. You never truly know. So just be mindful that some profits today could be losses tomorrow, depending on how greedy you get. Greed is not a good thing to fall victim to. So when we look at all these moving averages here, stochastic RSI swinging up, money flow index high, RSI high, we have really good situation here for continuation potential. The daily time frame is giving us a lot of bullish signs. Specifically the fact that we're still over the 20, the 100, the 200, the 50-day SMA, all those are below the price action. So we're in an uptrend, we're in a bullish trend. You don't short against that. Now you can find success in smaller margins, of course. Just make sure if you are considering a short, you obviously make sure that you watch it closely. You can't just set it and forget it right now in this market. You have to set specific targets every time you take a trade. Like me, for example, it might seem egregious. Some people don't love it, but I have 5 targets for every single trade that I take. I might recommend maybe if you're a little newer, just maybe 3 profit targets. But generally speaking, we take profit on our first, we adjust our stop loss to break even, price comes back, heaven forbid, we took more than 50% profit in the first target. So, Bob's your uncle, you walk away in the green. If the price continues to run though, you continue to secure profit, and it's a very nice thing. There's different ways to minimize your risk, and those are things that we do in our trading community here. And quick congrats also. I just got to throw it out here. Take a look at this here. Well, near protocol, that was a 4-hour trade. We got some good profit there. That was on Saturday. But Bitcoin, 30%, RDNT, Harmony One, Solana. It was a good little profitable end of the week for us last week. Now, when we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can recognize that we've got pretty solid situation here. What I mean by that is even though money flow index is fairly low, that's not a terrible thing, honestly. RSI is coming up closer to 70. So we could see a resistance here soon. Stochastic swinging up though, MACD is converging. There's a lot of bullish signs here, and holding above, or now specifically closing above the 50 and the 20-day SMA, that's fantastic. If we do zoom in here to the more recent time frame, we can see that point of control at 0.618 as well, at roughly that 69,400 mark. Once more, I reiterated that and reaffirmed that multiple times on my last analysis on Saturday, explaining why it's important that we break that level. That 0.618 fib level is common retracement. Okay, so congrats to those who got that nice little pivot off that 0.382 fib level at about 68,400. But at this point, 4-hour time frame looks fantastic. There's no real way to say it otherwise. Now, granted, money flow index is lower, right? And I've talked about this previously. The main reason why is because it's low volume throughout the weekend. So Mondays always look a little funny with money flow index because it takes an average of the last 14 candles, and the 4-hour time frame, that's roughly 2.5 trading days, which is essentially the most recent weekend. So money flow index is always going to be a little weird on Mondays. Having said all that though, hourly time frame confirms here that with the Ichimoku cloud, we've officially broken free and no looking back. So do you just take a late long at this point? Not necessarily. A better case scenario would be to buy at about 70,000 if we can come down that low, or possibly even 69,400. Again, oftentimes more recent highs like this can be retested as new lows. So I would suspect if the price does pull back, we get some kind of rejection, 69,400 would be a solid place to consider entry. I would probably more so say 69,500, just so you err on the side of caution and you don't try to go to a lowest price point that may never happen. If you're trying to get filled, areas just above a Fibonacci retracement level is perfect. If you're trying to take profit, areas just below a Fibonacci retracement level to the upside is perfect. I'm referring to long positions mainly right now, but that's the concept, right? Anyways, at this point, there's zero reasons to consider shorting. If you take a look at this volume, there's some pretty strong volume candles, folks. Shorting into high volume is a treacherous mistake. So do not, by any stretch, just short because it's overextended, which it is, but it really isn't. We're only 4 hours into this continuation. Solid chance we're going to see a further push up here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and update our Fibonacci retracement levels, and I'll go ahead and just kind of draw out some playout charts here, and I'll start posting those on my Twitter, Telegram, Discord. If you're not familiar with that, they do kind of look like this, where I give you potential better case or worst case scenarios depending on the movement, and helps grow the channel. So if you could, follow, like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. I've also got a Twitter, Telegram, TikTok, and every other platform possible. Pick your poison, find what works best for you, and go ahead and follow down below. I do deeply appreciate you watching, though. Thank you so much again to everyone who's been supporting me over the last 3 years plus. It's been an awesome experience. I look forward to the next 3 and then some. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.